All right, what is good? November 8th. It is Wednesday. We're down a little bit today. Took a couple trades. Basically break even, I guess. Guess you could say. I think it's this shouldn't say 10. I think this said $5 earlier. But then with fees and everything kind of stacked up a little bit, so down $11 today. And so yeah, took two trades today and might have missed one. I don't know if I really would have taken it if it happened again. So let's get into it. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna pull this up on SPY because I can't pull this up on NinjaTrader. So I'm gonna go over the first missed trade. So basically, looking on a bigger time frame, I had this resistance drawn from last month, from the 17th of October. So this was the high. So this was at 43.14, which was kind of, I guess, yeah. So I didn't have the line on here on NinjaTrader because I can't go back that far, which is kind of annoying. But I was kind of, when I trade, I watch both SPY and then I trade MES. So yeah, I was waiting for it to come up, and it was, I think it would have been about 44.08. So let's just say 44.08. That's about where it is, because you can see. So I mean, it's this white line up here. I guess it could have been a little farther than that, but it's about 5. So yeah, it's about right there. So it didn't exactly reject off of it, but it came really close. I mean, I was ready for it. I mean, this was like 20 minutes into market open, so I was ready to take that trade. We broke out of the 15-minute range, which is these two yellow bars. So I was looking to go short right up here, but it didn't exactly touch it, which was kind of annoying because we had this, whoops, sorry about that. We had this big push down after it happened, after we came really close. We had like, wow, why do I keep doing that? That's actually crazy. We had this like, I can't even tell how much this is. What is this? Can't even tell. 12-point move maybe? I don't know. But we had this big push down, and so we broke below the 15-minute range. And so now I was kind of looking to see if we could play the resistance off the 15-minute range so we can just retest it. So let me pull up this video. So yeah, this is the missed trade. We broke the 15-minute range, or broke under the 15-minute range. So now EMA is kind of close to it. I always hope. I always hope breaking out of the 15-minute range, EMA can come up to the 15-minute range when we retest it again. So it came up, and I didn't want to place a limit order. I wanted to wait for the reaction. So there, it kind of wicked off of it right there. A little bit of liquidity, but not like a ton. I mean, there's not really any liquidity right at the 15-minute range right here. There's a little bit more above. So I liked how it was holding here. Got in short, 2 contracts. And yeah, and I should also say this. If this is your first time watching my videos, it won't make sense, but this is my setup that I'm taking on the sim. But I want to take this one on eval just because it looked good. But I mean, if I was playing this on my sim, I would have gone in on the EMA. I would have had a limit order on the EMA. But gotten about maybe, I think, 2 ticks under 15-minute range. So I mean, literally after that, skip ahead a little bit. Or not, that's too far. I ended up getting stopped out. There's just this big push up, big order maybe. And I got stopped out pretty quickly. Right there. And so, yeah. I mean, it only went up 2 ticks above my stop. So you see, I got stopped out right here. It's hard to tell. But it just wicked right above. So, I mean, it's frustrating. I mean, I do have a 2-point stop. I could have adjusted it a little bit to 3 points maybe. But I didn't even think about that. So, yeah, and then we just had this big, it just went down the rest of the time after that. Could have gotten a big move. Would have got my initial 5 points and maybe a good runner if I would have. But so that was kind of frustrating. So we kind of just pushed down the rest of the day. And then, wow, what is that, the third time I've done that? But yeah. So after that, we pushed down. And then I had the low of day, or not low of day, pre-market low. So this is about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I had that drawn out. And so I was looking to play that long if we could have a good bounce. And so let me skip ahead to this. And I should also say, go back a little more. I should also say this. I have this channel drawn. And I mean, it was staying in this channel nicely. So it was looking good. I was looking to see if we could come down to test the low of pre-market right about here, but it didn't. That would have been too nice, actually. So yeah, we came down to test it. The video's not playing. Okay. Sorry, chat. This is technical difficulties. With such a long video, it's kind of hard to play around with. But we came down to test it. Thought about getting him right here just because it was holding for like a second, but then it had this big push under. And honestly, actually, I'll just play out a little more before I commentate on it. And I was waiting for the candle to close, about 15 seconds left. So I was keeping an eye on everything. There's some liquidity right here that we kind of pushed through. But then as the candle's closing, the candle closes perfectly on the pre-market low. So I mean, it came back above. We had a wick under, but candle closed above. That nice look, like the candle closed right on the low. So I was like, okay, it looks good. So I got in, and then over time they added some more liquidity. And I mean, looking back on it, I mean, my entry was phenomenal. If I'm gonna say it looks good, I mean, I had like great patience for this. I feel like, because if I would have entered in right as it touched it, I would have got stopped out. Because you see, my stop would have been 2 points. I would have got stopped out. But I was patient, waited for the candle to close on this one, and I mean, it came down a little more, but buyers and sellers were attacking each other on this level. So yeah, you see, we just kept bouncing off. Honestly, I didn't think this trade was gonna work, but skip ahead some more. I didn't get great points on it. I think I managed it well, but we weren't pushing above. Every time we pushed up, sellers came back. And so I saw this liquidity up here, and I had my 5 points, my initial 5 points right up here, but I didn't think we were going to actually get 5 points, so I moved it down. I was debating on whether or not I should, but I just said fuck it, and I pushed it to 4 points. So moved it down after kind of just wicked. So I was hoping I can just get the 4 points and then leave a runner. So there we got the first one, and then it just came down right after that. So I think I managed this trade well. I ended up getting stopped out after that with just a point of risk, because just in case it kept bouncing and wanted to bounce again. But after this, I thought we were gonna push through. So yeah, I got a little bit on it, but I mean, basically break even. See, it's at $5 and after fees $11. Basically break even on the day. Not terrible day, but I mean, I really wish I would have gotten this one, because that would have been nice. Kind of got cucked on this one, but this one I'm actually really proud of this one, even though it didn't fully really work out and I'm still red. I like how I managed this trade. So that's kind of everything for today, and yeah, down a little bit. But I'm just looking to stop hesitating on trades, really, and just take them. And that's kind of it. I'll be ready to trade tomorrow.